Game On. Love the name of this brand new show on E! It stars Denver Broncos wide receiver Eric Decker and his beautiful wife Jessie James, who's a country music star. And Jessie joins us right now. And Jessie, how did it feel when Eric scored his first touchdown?
It was so exciting. I was screaming and jumping up and down. It was awesome.
Well, I was excited to see him score as well, but you announced just this past weekend that you are pregnant. Congratulations. How are you doing?
The baby's doing fine. The baby is hungry all the time, but things are good.
Well, we'll certainly keep you in our prayers through this pregnancy, but let's turn to the show. When did the idea come up?
You know, whenever we got approached about the idea, we kind of went back and forth about it, but we just looked at it as an adventure. It would be something fun we could do in our life and look back on 30 years from now and be like, look when we did that show, how fun was that? So it's just an adventure. We wanted to document our wedding and kind of the experience that we went through, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, I know your show leads up to the big wedding. How was it?
It was amazing. I know a lot of brides will say that, but it was definitely a dream come true. It was, you know, of course that morning every bride goes through the stress. Is my hair looking good? Is my makeup? But the minute I got to see my husband or my future husband, it was perfect.
You know, Jessie, I've got to ask this question. What took him so long after he met you? I heard it took 2 years until you guys got married.
Well, we got engaged after 1 year, and then I wanted a year engagement just so I could take the time to plan the wedding. But that's so funny you say that. A lot of people think we rushed into it, but we definitely did it. It was 2 years was perfect.
Well, I'm certainly glad the 2 years worked for you guys, but when you watched the show, what has surprised you most that you do that you weren't aware of?
I think the number of times I call Eric baby. And I do it in a high-pitched voice. I go, baby! I do that a lot. I hope it doesn't annoy people.
Well, Jessie, that's certainly sweet that you call him that. But how are you going to keep this marriage intact? You've got the marriage, the football, the baby, and the reality show to manage.
You know, I think a lot of people that we've seen break up that are in reality TV shows, but there's a lot of couples that haven't. And I think we focus more on those breakups. There's so many couples that are still together, but I think if you were to ask why we think some of those relationships don't work out and why we're going to be different, I think, you know, some of these people maybe weren't meant to be together even to begin with, you know? I think if you have a great relationship, a great foundation like we do, you can make it through anything. You know, we've been through harsher times than these, so I think it'll be fine.
Well, I know E's got your new show called Game On. What can we expect from it?
You're just going to expect our journey to the altar. It's going to be, you know, wedding planning, cake tasting, picking out decorations together, and then juggling my career, his career, and our relationships. So you're going to kind of catch all of that. I think what a lot of people go through on a day-to-day basis. You're just going to be seeing ours on camera and how we make it work, and we do make it work.
Well, I've seen a lot of pictures of you guys together. You're awful cute together, but I have to ask, I know your husband plays for the Denver Broncos, but growing up, what was your favorite NFL team?
You know, I was a military brat, and I grew up in like 14 different places, so I never had the opportunity to really fall in love with the team. I grew up in Georgia for 7 years of my life, so I would get excited when Georgia did well because all my friends were pumped up about it, but I never got to really fall in love with the team until I started dating Eric, and it was really exciting to be a part of an organization like this and be so pumped up about a team.
Well, you're married to one of the best wide receivers in the world. Eric, of course, playing with the Denver Broncos. But I'm curious, how do you react when people say, I have your husband on my fantasy team?
No, not at all, because he's on my fantasy team too, so I get it. I married my fantasy.
Well, one thing's for sure, he is a lucky man that he caught you. Get it? Wide receiver caught? Forget that. Jessie, so great to talk to you, and continued success, and congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.